Hi guys, John Mansell, exboozehound. Hope you're well. I can't decide whether to call this vlog. Oh, it's gone out of my mind. I told you could handle another lockdown in reference to the one I did at the start, saying yes, you can survive another lockdown. Or today, the fight back begins again, and who knows? We'll see at the end when I decide. But let's firstly say yes, the current lockdown has been lifted. If you're local to me, Birmingham, the Black Country, we're still in tier 3. I think Worcestershire's tier 2, and I don't know exactly what that means, but what I do know is as soon as I found out in tier 3 gyms were open, I went on the website and I booked in for today at 11:30. So I've been to the gym. Today the fight back starts again, and the reason I'm thinking about that is I know that there'll be a lot of you out there, people with long lasting, been in this world of mental illness or mental ill health or poor mental well-being, which again, as I've said many times before, mental well-being and mental illness or being mentally ill are, to my mind, are completely separate things, but we won't get into that bollocks at the moment. There'll be people out there who have, for the first time in their life, because of the previous lockdown, because of the lockdown we've been through again, because of all the stresses and strains that we are going through in these unprecedented times, they will have experienced for the first time anxiety, stress, mild depression, and whatever. These times that we are going through are really, really hard. And I've really grown up there. I avoided saying fucking hard. I, at the moment, am a little bit heightened. It's what I prefer to call manic, but that's okay. It's dealable. I can deal with it. I'm trying hard to do this vlog without getting too irate and too animated, because I don't think that helps anyone. The fight back begins again today. Throughout this last 4 weeks, I reckon I could have done a vlog every day, and every day the emotions and the position on the scale of crying my eyes out for no reason to being manic and bouncing off the walls. I've been through them all, and I would imagine you guys have as well. What I believe is important now is, through the first lockdown, I believe we will have created some bad habits, some new ways of living, which then made, when we came out of lockdown, made it very difficult for people to try and get back to normal. And I believe there'll be an awful lot of people that didn't get back to any sort of normality of life between the last lockdown and this lockdown. I also believe there's going to be people who now are not willing to fight back because they fear that we'll go into another lockdown and, it's wasted energy and things like that. And I fully understand that. When I booked the gym, 2 or 3 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, I wasn't sure that I'd be able to go. But I needed to book it for something to look forward to. And the fact that I'm saying I'm looking forward to the gym is ridiculous, but I look forward to it. Because I know when I go to the gym, I've got a stronger chance of fighting against the demons, the voices, the illness. And what I'd like to say to you guys, and whether you've got mental health issues, whether you've got anxiety, depression, whether you're diagnosed with a mental illness, whether you are just destroyed by the quagmire of life at the moment, today's the day where you have to start fighting back. There'll be an awful lot of you who won't want to leave the house for many reasons, but the longer you leave it, the harder it will be. The whole world has been restricted because of COVID, and I said at the start of the lockdown, rightly or wrongly, and I don't mind saying it again, but the way we are having to live may give the people out there who haven't experienced mental health issues, addiction, all those sort of stuff, a little inkling as to what it's like living in our heads. Because the way we live our lives is very often restricted even more than the harsh restrictions that the governments are putting on us anyway. So if you take those mental restrictions and add another set of legal restrictions, your mind's going to go insane. Everybody is going through a tough time. I know through my experiences over the last 4 weeks, I've been hanging on by my fingernails sometimes. You will have seen it in some of the vlogs that I've done before. But you know what? The important thing is, it doesn't matter how low you've been. It doesn't matter how many times you've burst into tears. It doesn't matter how many times you've spent the whole day in bed. It doesn't matter how many times you've just taken your drug of choice because that's the only way you can get through these times. All that shit doesn't matter. What matters is how you react now. And how you need to react now is by getting out there. There's still, massive restrictions that won't allow you to do stuff, but even getting out there, whopping on your mask, keeping your hands clean, keeping your distance, just getting some human interaction. Because I'm heightened, I will have left a few people today thinking, who the hell was that fucking nutter? Because I've been talking to everybody. That's okay, it's fine. It's nice to be nice. It's important that if you are fucked in the head at the moment, you try to start fighting back. You try to start enjoying the little bit more freedom that we've got. You get a little bit more interaction. Even if you're skint, which most of us probably are, you go for a wander around the shops. Window shopping. I mean, that's not really my thing, but, get yourself out there. Get yourself some fresh air. Know that this is the time that you start fighting back again. Doesn't matter how bad things have been, how bad things are now. We have to keep moving forward. And again, I think that's for mentalists and normals. It doesn't really matter. You know, one of the things that is becoming more and more apparent to me is something that I wrote so many years ago now, and it's a little, like, me, I don't know what you call it, but it basically says, in order to move forward with our recovery, we must own our own illness, and more importantly, own our own recovery. At this time, if you are struggling, going to the doctors or NHS or whatever, do it if you need to, absolutely do it if you need to. But without a shadow of a doubt, there is going to be an awful lot of people trying to seek that help. So what we need to do, or what you need to do, what I do, is I own my illness. I own my own recovery. Doesn't matter. I was talking to somebody the other day about, they were asking me about coping strategies. And if you're like me, every time someone's ever said that to you, you've gone, ah! The NHS, the doctors, the GPs, the psychiatrists, all those sort of people, they can give you the toolkit to help yourself. But that toolbox, that metal toolbox, has got a padlock on it. And only you can actually take that padlock off. It's hard because we have to rely, deep down we have to rely on ourselves in order to stand any chance. And unfortunately, we aren't very reliable people, but it is within you. It really is. And it's up to you now. It doesn't matter how bad things have been, how bad things are now. The important thing is how you react. So get up, get off your arse. Some people won't be able to do it, but try. Just try that one thing today that you haven't been able to do for 4 weeks, and build from there. And I'm going to shut up now, and that's a short one for me. Keep going. Keep fighting. If you haven't been fighting, kick yourself up the ass and start fighting again. If you just can't do it at the moment, fine. Pick your battles. Wait for the right time. But it's in you. You can do this. If I can do it, then you can do it too. And I believe in you, even if you don't. I'm going to shut up now then. Enjoy the good and ride out the bad. And I'll catch you all soon. Toodle pip.